A couple, I think one over the batter's eye, one over the score. Riley went over the scoreboard. Great diving stop by Roxby, throws to Reyna. Now the defense coming alive for Florida. Probably get a replay here. Jeff Roxby. That's one of those where you dive, you don't even know if you're going to get a glove on it, and it sticks in there.
Well, we got some of the best players here in the country in this game, representing these two southern states, or three southern states, shall we say.
Yep.
Richie Soley, the state director in Louisiana and Mississippi, putting together an all-star squad here to.
Richie was here this weekend. Might be over there on the bench. Maybe. It's a double by
Richie will have that Trip Roth tournament coming up, I believe, in March, where some of the top players will come out and get some of the rust off for the season.
It's one of the best off-season tournaments in the country. If you have any questions, hit us up on the Facebook comment section. Randy Frederick with a base hit. That's going to score 2. So Louisiana answers here. They get a lead in the top of the 6th.
So Mississippi, Louisiana back on top. It's 15-14. One out, one on for Logan Rogers.
So. Logan Rogers, 1 on, 1 out.
It's Dan Sanchez on the hill, for those of you just joining us here from Facebook, pitching for Florida, the lefty pitcher, one of the top pitchers in the men's conference.
Inside walk.
And that's the base on ball, so now 2 on with 1 out. Heading to the box, the right fielder.
Dex Jordan coming up. 2 on, 1 out. 1-run lead for Louisiana. Mississippi. Who's a director in Mississippi?
So they have a split. Richie Soley is involved in the south, and then Jason Campbell up north, the Tennessee Mississippi border. So they work together.
Dex Jordan to the gap. Nobody home. That's going to score 2. He runs well. He's going to have a 2-run triple. I saw Dex Jordan. It's actually Cheatham. And he's got inside the park home run as they blow the cutoff.
He wanted that one. He was moving.
Edmund Cheatham. Not Dexter Jordan with the inside the park. We'll call it triple and error. Good hustle. 18-14, the lead for Louisiana. They've answered here in the 6th. Question on the comment, is there 2 Pearsons? Yes. We went over that earlier.
Yeah, there are 2 Kyle
There's Pearsons. The big Kyle Pearson, the professional hitter, plays first base for Rismondo. He's with Louisiana. And then there's the original Kyle Pearson. He's playing left field for Florida. Same name, no relation. Levin Chason with the walk. So now walks are hurting Florida.
Now stepping into the box. Looks like we're going to have a pinch.
Buckshot's going to put in a pinch hitter, Paul Davis.
That's Paul Davis.
Done a nice job this week, pinch hit. It's for the pitcher. Ladner's been lacing singles all over the place.
Maybe he needs a minute to catch his breath.
Yeah.
You know, Florida just put up a bunch in the last half inning there.
Davis has some power. Oh, bounces it right side. Rock speed to Reyna. Safe at first. Fielder's choice. 2 outs.
And a hustling Davis beats the relay.
Are all the divisions loser bracket final at 8, championship at 9:30?
Some of the divisions have brought 4 back, and some we brought 3 back.
3.
So women's majors in the championship now. The men's B, for example, we just had the 8 o'clock game just finished. That took an hour and a half. South Texas beating NorCal, and they're getting ready to play Florida in the B now with Ohio in the king seed, both in the men's major and the B.
Yeah. That's fair. Foul.
The call is foul. We've got in the lower women's divisions. Just want to give a little love to those ladies. Utah in the women's C is undefeated. They knocked off Arkansas last night by a score of 13-8. So Arkansas and Northern Cal playing now in the women's C. In the women's D, D is in David. Nevada, a heavy West Coast flair in the women's D. Nevada is undefeated. Northern Cal and Arizona are in the loser final game now on White Marucci. And those of you watching USSSAlive.com, you can get all the action.
At one point last night, the Red Easton, I think, had 800 viewers back there. Rashaw with the base hit, first and third, 2 outs. Pearson at the plate. Quick pitch, base hit, right center is going to score 2. Pearson going to have a triple. Louisiana extends the lead. Pearson coming around for the inside of the park. He's in.
Another textbook slide.
Safe. Pearson hit it into no man's land over there and hustling out of the box with an inside the park 3-run homer.
2 inside the park homers.
Now, if you would have told me before the at-bat that Pearson was going to homer, I wouldn't have been surprised. But if you would have said, hey, he's going to hit it inside the Parker, that might have got my attention.
No one's betting on that. Good hustle. I missed whether did they miss the cutoff or what?
Like a locomotive.
Oh, just inside.
Just a locomotive coming around third base there.
And that ball is fair, rattling.
Miguez gets on board with the hit parade.
You got to wonder here if Andy's thinking about a pitching change on the Florida side.
I think the backup's Austin Daw. Here comes Purcell to talk it over.
You know, I had no knowledge of that, but I was figuring, Dale, that Andy might want to come out here and stop the clock or talk about it, and here he comes.
Yeah, he said he didn't bring his gear, so he's just managing this week.
He is rostered, but yes, he showed up to the park without any bad bags or things like that.
Purcell talks it over. He's undefeated, I believe, as a Challenge Cup manager this year.
2 outs here at the top of the 6th. Louisiana, Mississippi with the 7th.
He won 2 Challenge Cups as a player.
Into the box, Cody Berton.
Someone was asking him, is Austin Daw from Michigan? He's from Michigan. He lived in Indiana, and he moved to Florida this year to work for Suncoast. Roden pops it up. The timeout worked. Florida finally gets out of the inning. Louisiana scored 8. They lead 21-14. Bottom of the 6th coming up.
That'll retire the side, but Louisiana, Mississippi answers the
Florida. Big thing going for them. They got the hammer. They got 2 more bats here. Down 7. Ladner's going to come out and pitch. Done a great job. But Louisiana does have the pitching depth if they wanted to change things up. Florida's got Dan Sanchez, the pitcher, going to lead things off. Then the top of the order, Daw, Harvey, and Mack. Sanchez, base hit into the corner. He's going to have a double.
And Sanchez gets it started with a double to right. The automatic courtesy runner in for the pitcher. And I will go to the top frost to Daw.
Automatic runner for the pitcher will be Emerson Marquez.
And we've been using that runner rule in all the divisions this week, kind of a special Challenge Cup conference style rule.
I notice you can also bat 12.
Yeah, you can hit 12 in all the divisions, and in the championship game there, the undefeated team will be the home team.
Automatic home team for Ohio.
You got to be happy
up.
about that, Dale. Those are your boys there.
It is. They usually don't come down here and play well in the winter. It's tough, you know, coming from Midwest.
Yeah, you're not getting the reps the Florida guys are getting. They're able to play year-round.
Come on, Krispy Kreme.
Inside pitch, 3-hopper to Logan Rogers, bounces it across to Pearson for the out.
Well, I hope they're all ready for the Hall of Fame duel in April, Dale. Should be another great tournament down here in April.
And we kick off with the Las Vegas Major at the end of March. And I think we have a week off for Easter. And then the Hall of Fame duel starts that following Thursday.
Well, we get some of the normal great events, like the Windy City Major will be on the schedule, and the Pocket City will be back. I think the Jim Beam Major is new this year, if I'm not mistaken.
New in Nashville, Tennessee. Hendersonville, I believe.
Everybody loves Nashville, right?
It's a nice place. We were there for the USA stuff. They got a baseball field, all turf, as the main diamond. Harvey bounces out, 2 outs. Florida going to have to do it with 2 outs again. Last inning they scored 8 with 2 outs. Mack at the plate. Players have seemed to kind of given up on the home run swing, and they're just base hitting it.
Well, we've had a couple inside the park home runs in this game, DW.
Mm-hmm. Mack, bouncer right side. Pearson
covering.
Knocked it down. Nobody
there.
covered. Throw to the plate. Got him at the plate. The pinch runner, Marquez, thought he had it, but Pearson recovered and threw him out at the plate. Huge play. Another 0 for Florida. There's your replay. Pearson knocked it down, realized no one was covering the bag at first, and gets Mariel's closer than it looked at live, wasn't it?
From live, it looked clearly out. That angle was very close.
That was real close.
It's very heads-up defensive play to get it home there.
Then the ball got away. Manager Purcell came out, questioned something there. But we will go to the 7th. And we're back. Dex Jordan hits the first pitch of the 7th inning. Castillo with a strong throw from the hole. It's short and gets the out. That play was closer than it looked to end the 6th, but an out nonetheless. 21-14 the score. Louisiana trying to add to the 7-run lead. A foul ball by Mueller. Mueller after the foul ball. Knuckle liner in the left. Pearson had a basket catch. 2 quick outs.
So now 2 away, and stepping into the box, the second baseman, number 3, Randy Frederick.
If you're tuning in, we are looking for a color analyst for the championship. Come on up. Beautiful day. Walk to Frederick. Bring up Cheatham, who hit that inside the park homer last time up.
And base on balls for Frederick into the box to shortstop Logan Rogers.
Sun's peeking through here. About 70 degrees. Wind across the field to the right corner at about 7 miles per hour. Rogers with 2 outs. Outside, 2-0. Start with a 1-1 count, no foul ball after the second strike. And it's a full count, must be fair. Frederick on first. Rogers popped up, that'll do it. Yates under it. Florida needs 7 to tie, 8 to win in the bottom of the 7th.
Fly ball to right field, hauled in by Kyle Pearson. So we
Come on, Yeti. Come on, Yeti. Hey, one at a time. 7 years. All right. I'll take it. Thank you. Let's go, Yates.
stepping into the box to keep things off here at the bottom of the 7th. It'll be the left fielder, number 30, Jeremy Yates. Jeremy awarded all 3 plate appearances. He had a 3-run home run in the first.
All right, Florida needs 7 to tie, 8 to win. Yates, Matusik, Branch, your first 3 batters.
Come on, JT.
Popped it up. Out of play.
That one fouled off out of play. Jeremy left will strike left.
Louisiana shifted the infield dead. Right side.
Here we go.
Frederick in the middle, looks like. Miguez deep second base. Pearson at first. Ladner's pitched the whole way. The guy's done a great job. Fisted it off. Pitch was inside. He fisted it right out of here. So odd swing. It's only the second home run of the game by either team. Almost a hack swing. Magic number 6. Tusick at the plate.
Well, I'm not going there. I don't know about your side of the field. I've seen the donkeys try. Yeah, but they're stronger than
That was right down the middle, but he missed it. A long run. It's going to be Rogers, the shortstop, taking over, makes the catch.
Sky in the shallow left. Logan Rogers drifts under it. 1 out. And into the box, the additional hitter.
911 viewers on Facebook, plus the ones on YouTube Live. About 1,500 people. Thanks for tuning in. Winner gets Ohio next for the championship. Branch, 2-hopper to Rogers on the run, uses the turf. Pearson picks it, and Florida's down to their last out.
Rogers hops it across. Pearson digs it out, and there's 2 outs. So Team Florida down to their last bullet. Stepping in, it'll be the shortstop, number 13, Orlando Castillo.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Castillo keeps it alive with a double.
And that's a 2-out double for Castillo. And now into the box, the middle infielder, number 21, Luis Reyna.
Reyna, Pearson, Roxby, your next 3 scheduled hitters.
Come on, Lulu. Whatever you gotta do here.
I'll have to ask Jim Pillow if we pick all tournament team for the Challenge Cup. Foul.
And Reyna rips that down the left field line, but it's just foul.
Hey, Lulu, come on. Come on, Lulu.
Louisiana 1 out away from the championship game. Reyna at the plate with a strike.
Real good eye. Real good eye. Good eye.
Just missed. Full count, I think. Ooh, I think that was ball 4, but he gets a base hit anyways. Castillo scores. Magic number down to 5.
That'll make it 21-16. And now stepping in the right fielder, Kyle Pearson.
Sun is out. Brightest sunshine we've seen in 3 days here.
Real good eye, bro. Come on.
fouled it away. Down to their last strike again. Pearson at the plate. 1,100 viewers on Facebook. Spread the word, share it. Ladner's pitch outside. Rain on first. Ball hit the plate and a walk. Definitely don't want that if you're Louisiana. Looks like Roxby and then Zirkle and Sanchez. Two out, down 5. Florida's hit 2 homers. Louisiana, none. Swung on, fisted in the left, fair. Extra bases for Roxby, a clutch hit. One more run in. Magic numbers 4 to tie.
And now stepping in will be the center fielder, Brian Zirkle.
Zirkle, the batter, recently moved to Florida. And a timeout. Buckshot's going to come out and talk it over. I personally feel Buckshot should be on the mound here in the late innings. But he is the manager. If you've ever managed a slow pitch team, you know how hard it is to put yourself in. Comments on the commentary, believe me. I'm looking for players to come up here and announce. Nobody's responding, so you're stuck with me. Florida just won't go away here, folks. Two-time Challenge Cup winners. Down to their last out for the last 4 batters.
Brian Zirkle into the box.
Ladner toes the rubber. Zirkle at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Outside. Jeremiah Jones on the dish for the conference umps, and a shot up the middle past the diving Frederick. 2 runs scored, 21-19. Tying run will come to the plate. Dan Sanchez, left-handed power hitting pitcher. They will stack the right side on the infield. Cheatham in right field's over on the line. Louisiana's had trouble covering the bases when they play this defense. We'll see what happens. Left side's wide open. Swung on, hit deep. Is it fair or foul? It's foul.
And that one ripped to the right, but it drifts foul. Sanchez, 1 strike to work with.
Down to their last swing. He may take something off here and just get a base hit. Ladner Defender's pitch, hittable. Grounder to middle, Frederick to Rogers, and Louisiana advances to the championship 21-19. Team Florida will finish third.
Louisiana, Mississippi holds on.
And we'll be back at the Challenge Cup for the championship in just a few minutes. Hang on.
Through to the championship. Louisiana, Mississippi, a 21-19 victory. And so now the stage sets. Team Ohio will come onto the field. And we will have this Challenge Cup championship in just a few minutes. For this highly decorated Florida squad, they will finish in third place. They finished the weekend with an overall record of 5-2.
No. Actually, throw it in my bag. Throw it in my bag. Or in the yeah, my bag.
Hey, he was about your size.
Hey, circle. Hey, that was a good call, though.
We get at 45.
45, you get a whole 2 extras like the NBA.
That's a good call.
Hey, Bubba. Oh, okay. Oh, who? Oh, to Orlando. Okay, okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh, so cute.
We can go. Oh, I gotta get my switcher with my keys. Oh, this is AC right here. That is. You want to just leave it here? No. I look at that, I was like, oh man. Form looks bad, my face looks bad.
And it was good. I wanted you to know that I was there. I didn't think the picture looked bad. And either you have more. I got this one, but I think you do one. Your picture got more likes than any of the others. Like by far.
That's hilarious.
So maybe people just like you better.
I don't know about that. Maybe I think it's you.
Who's got that ball? We're home? Hey, sign this real quick. Okay. You want a ball with our names on it, man? $10.
Should have charged you $10 for that autograph.
$10, Bill. With everybody else sitting on the back of it all. Hey, you guys want to make things more prosperous? Amen. Everyone hit this, Mike. You hit this. You signed? You signed it? Biscuit. Leave already.
Got it. I think this one's going to be too small for them both, but I'll give it to O for a Mila.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't want it back, so give it to somebody.
Because these two will fit them, so I don't give them to Orlando.
Perfect. Yeah.
You can rock it.
Come over here. High five. Screw it.
What's up, buddy?
So we are just about ready to get this championship game of the Challenge Cup underway. The two teams have had the toss. Team Ohio will be your home team. They have taken the field. They're located over in the first base dugout. They're wearing the orange and black jerseys with the white lettering and the bagel stripes. And their opponents over in the third base dugout, Team Louisiana, Mississippi, wearing the black jerseys on top of the black pants. Team Ohio enters this game undefeated on the weekend.
Yes, I'm about to
They
put
come
score.
in
They're
with
starting the
a
championship.
record of 6-0. And for their opponents, Louisiana, Mississippi, they enter with an overall record
This afternoon,
of
now,
7-1.
I'm on the
If Team
YouTube
Ohio
live.
wins this game, they will win the 2023 Challenge Cup. If Team Louisiana, Mississippi wins, they will force a second and decisive championship game. Stepping in to lead things off for Louisiana, Mississippi, over the left fielder, number 24, Jamie Rachel.
Yeah, I can start with him and he can take over.
Man, we need
Whatever you want to do.
another guy to run.
I'll step out when you get here. Yes.
Yeah.
And at 10:05, we are underway.
Are we live?
Go, Biscuit.
Welcome everybody here to Space Coast Stadium in Vieira, Florida. This is Jim Pilla, USSSA National Office. We are treated to a great championship game here between the King Seed Ohio men's major team and the upstart Louisiana Mississippi team who came through the losers bracket and just knocked off Florida in an exciting game.
Laser.
John Dombrowski pitching for Ohio. That's Pearson hitting into a fielder's choice. He's safe at first. That's Radich there. You can see him with the glove in the middle. Zane Miguez coming to the plate here, the three-hitter for Louisiana, Mississippi. That is hit into no man's land. It looks like the shortstop has it. That'll be 2 outs.
And that one is skied into shallow left. Long run, but nice play by Fisher. So now 2 outs. And into the box, the catcher, number 7, Cody Rattan.
Laser been there a lot. BB. Good job, boys. Go, come on.
And that one,
Hey.
once
Carry him early, right?
Fisher, who makes the play, flips to the bag. That one's hard to side. So Louisiana, Mississippi down without scoring here in the first.
Nothing. This is what Louisiana, Mississippi. This is the most accurate. I just called the last name.
Yep.
He's right here, you know.
All right, we're back. Bottom of the first. Team Ohio with the Cincinnati Bengals colors. DW from ConferenceUSSSA.com. Going to be in a minute alongside Jeff Roxby, multi-time AA champion. Going to play some major this year with MPT, I believe. MPT Reynolds, Jeff?
Yes, sir. Finally
Moving
getting
on
an
up.
opportunity. I'm excited for it.
Long overdue, I would say.
Appreciate that. It's
How
worked
many-
out well for me, though.
How many
Won a couple.
AA championships do you have? We know S&I, we know Competitive Edge. Was there one before that?
I was on the Marodi team, too, so it's
Marodi.
3 in a row
All
for
right.
me.
Marodi season, one of the craziest seasons of all time in the conference. Playing A, sort of having a rough year, and then putting it all together with all those walk-off home run wins in the World Series.
It just goes to show when you get a bunch of guys with nothing to lose, just going out there and freeing up.
Yep.
I mean, we could play that tournament probably 9 more times and probably not come close to that.
Probably not. Yeah, no one was betting on Marodi that weekend.
No. No, I actually, I think we won 4 of the 5 games by walk-off.
Yeah. Yeah, I videoed a bunch of them. A couple of condensed games out there if you want to go back and relive the memories. But here in Florida, Vieira's Space Coast Stadium, it's the championship game of the 2023 USSSA Challenge Cup. Team Ohio, Mike Williams leading it off with a base hit for Team Ohio in the bottom of the first. Ohio in the black and orange. Louisiana combined team, Louisiana, Mississippi in the dark blue with the red pinstripes. You just got done playing Louisiana a couple times, I think, this weekend.
Yeah, we played them.
Yeah.
Was that our 3rd time playing them? 2nd time.
2nd or 3rd. What do you think of the
Second time playing
pitcher? Kind of a upper-level rookie, so to speak. Caleb Radner, I believe the name.
You know, he hits that arc very well. He hits the high limit of the strike zone, which is a tougher pitch to hit with the way that a lot of people stand up in the box.
Yeah.
So a lot of people coming from lower softball, pitcher-wise, tend to throw a lot flatter pitches because that's usually what's called lower levels, where here you get more of a, you have to have an arc.
Right. Got to have the hump.
Yeah.
Base hit up the middle for Dave Johnson. First and second, Radich, the batter. Ohio loaded. Shout out to John Williams. I think I saw him joining Facebook. I think he had Kylie had a baby yesterday, so he had to go home.
Yeah, I know you went home for it.
Yeah, they're
So
congratulations
to you guys.
Probably their biggest name player isn't even here, and they made the finals.
They were on it. They've just been straight hitting it all weekend.
They took advantage of some Florida miscues, let's say, though, in that
It's not talking
winners
about that
final. So those will be in the bloopers. Backside Radich. Did he
Was that
catch?
I think that landed. I think
Yeah,
that.
base hit.
Yeah, he caught it on a hop.
Radich with a single. Set the defense as we go here.
Sinking line drive from Radish. Drives in
Right fielder's Edmund Cheatham had that big inside the park, a couple inside the park home runs for Louisiana last game
Yeah,
at opportune times.
they wouldn't go away. We'd come in and, we'd punch them and they'd come back and punch us back. So they did their job. We just didn't do ours. We put ourselves in a situation to win it, and
Yep.
just didn't happen for us.
They answered there in the 6th when you guys put up that 8 with 2 outs in the 5th, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, misplay by the center fielder, Dex Jordan. Had to run a long ways. That's Josh Kirsten's going to be the beneficiary. And Ohio's on the board 2-0.
coming in to score is Dave Johnson.
A little bit of sunshine here in Florida for the first time this weekend, pretty much.
By far been the warmest day.
And now into
If you have questions, Brian Bass is asking you on Facebook, how'd you do in the military world?
We won Military Worlds Militia. We won the A.
It's always a competitive, fun tournament.
It's one of the funnest tournaments to play every year. You get a lot of guys that are, there just for the community and to be around.
Yep. Nice stretch by Pearson for the out as they get Frenzel at first base.
Frederick up with it, and then
Pearson at first. Looks like Miguez at second.
Frederick in the middle.
Is that Frederick?
coming in to score is
Logan Rogers at short.
Yeah.
into the box.
And third is Mossy Mueller. Pitching is Radner, catching is Roten. Am I saying that right? Cody Roten,
Cody Roten. Yep.
former teammate of yours.
Yep.
Sun direction is making that home plate camera a little dark. Unfortunately, Werlo bounces to third. Mueller on the run, throws to Pearson for the out. Run does score. Ohio up 3-0. What a 4-0.
Is Josh Kirsten, that make it 4-0. Give Warlow an RBI, and now the base is clear with 2 outs for the middle infielder.
72 degrees of game time, wind blowing across. Would you say it's across the diamond? I haven't been down there really. Is it normal wind?
Yeah, it's kind of
Kind of
blowing in a little bit more than it is.
Yeah.
Normally it's blowing to the right field pole or to that batting cages in right field. It's kind of blowing a little bit more in.
in towards the first base dugout, maybe.
Yeah.
That would explain the, I think, 2 homers only hit in that last game.
I think they were both Yates too.
Yeah. Logan Rogers bounces it to Pearson for the out. That'll do it. Ohio gets off to a good start. 4-0 after 1. We'll be back.
A couple of hops, but Pearson stretches to get it just in time.
We're back at the Space Coast Stadium. The question is, do veterans qualify for Military Worlds? I'll leave that one to you.
Yes, so you have Military A, Military B, and Military Intramural. Military B and Intramural, I believe you have to be associated with a team off of a base. And if you don't have a team on your base, you have to play at the team that's closest to your base. And Military A, You get 8 DD-214s. You can get military contractors, as well as active duty and retirees, and also dependents. Dependents of active duty can also play.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Dex Jordan grounds out to third base. Ike Werlo threw across to Radich for the first out. Louisiana a little slow on the offense like they were against Florida, actually, in the previous game. John Dombrowski on the mound. Mike Williams catching. Shortstop is Kyle Fisher. Pop up and a foul out. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
Foul ball on the final strike, so now 2 outs. And stepping into the box, he gets second baseman, number 3, Randy Frederick.
Frederick the batter. The rest of this defense looks like Reckart in the middle. Second base, Dave Johnson. First base, Radich in the outfield. You want to take a crack? Frenzel in left. Kirsten in center.
Kirsten's in center.
And the rookie, I think Steve Smith in right. Ohio undefeated in the bracket play. Obviously, I don't know what they did in pool. I'll have to pull it up. Frederick the batter, pitch inside.
And Frederick coaxes the 2-out walk. So now stepping into the box will be the shortstop, number 15.
Competitive edge. We just talked to, oh, you're with MPT. Where are you starting this year? Schedule-wise?
We're going to Vegas, I believe.
Vegas.
Yeah, so we'll be in Vegas. It's a good start before the Florida duel, in my opinion.
Yeah, Vegas, Hall of Fame, and then Texas, or no?
Yeah. Yep, we're doing the first 3.
There'll be a lot of softball in that first month with the duel, 2 duels.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting year. That schedule's this year is definitely different than what it has been in the past. So.
Logan Rogers with a base hit. So like playing with Logan Rogers. Seems pretty intense.
He's a goofball. I wouldn't put intense with him. He's a great teammate, great dude, and he absolutely cuts the crap out of a softball.
He does. One of the best extra base hit players in the country, along with Lindensky, Ben Dunn, those type of guys.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's always good to keep the mood light and keep everyone smiling.
Dex Jordan, the batter. Backside, past the first baseman Radich, who was giving him the line. He's going to score Louisiana's first run here with 2 outs in the second. Got the lineups here. It's Cheatham. Cheatham with the base hit. Levin Chason, the DH. Got a big 2-out hit against Florida last game. You keep getting Cheatham and Dexter Jordan mixed up. They got the same build. Numbers, you can't see the numbers on the Louisiana team very well.
No, they're very dark jerseys. Probably not a great idea on a Sunday morning this hot.
Yeah. Starting to warm up for the first time all weekend. Walk to Chason. Bring up the pitcher, Ladner. You know, look, it really does come down to numbers when you don't know the players as well. But they got to be about the same height and build. Both outfielders, fast. Just like Mueller and Rochelle look the same. Bouncer left side. Fisher pitches it to Reckart for the out. After all that, they scored just one. Ohio leads by 3. We'll be back after these messages. All right, we're back. It's Bruce on the dish for the conference umpires. Ohio with the lead and the hammer. Automatic home team, I guess, at the Challenge Cup, they said, for the undefeated team.
Home team didn't work out for us this weekend.
No. Yeah, you were visitors when you made that dramatic comeback against Tennessee.
Our only 2 losses, we were home team. Every other game we played, we were visitors.
They scored 16 against Tennessee in 1 inning there to come back. I think that was pool play on Friday.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Collins was missing there. He got hurt?
No, he had
to go.
son's games. Both his kids had games and stuff going on today, so.
Okay. Seems like we're slowing down here between innings. It's like the 9th game for Louisiana.
They had to fight through that loser bracket last night.
Yeah. The last game started after midnight against Tennessee, I think it was. Kessler hustling out at first.
And nice play at short. Rogers coming up firing, and he nails Kessler for the first out of the inning.
I think Cincinnati. These guys are from Ohio, but the Cincinnati guys had early flights. I think they had to change them because they wanted to get back for the football game tonight.
Oh.
Against the Chiefs.
Every one of the Ohio teams have Bengal stripes on their jerseys at every division this weekend.
Yeah, the Ohio B team was also undefeated. They're in the championship. Foul ball. Kyle Fisher. Then it looks like Smith and Dabrowski. What are you swinging this year?
I'm with D. Marini again.
D. Marini?
Yep. So I'll be probably swinging VX2 or the new red bat that's coming out. The one I swung this weekend was the new red bat. So
bat's got a good history.
It does. It does, and it performs, and they hold up, and I like to know that my stuff's going to last.
Yep.
You know, that's a big thing for me. I don't have to worry about bats failing left and right.
Attaboy. Let's go. See it and win it. You good here?
Steve Smith, the batter. 1 out.
Ooh, got him.
Yeah, Frederick was guessing up the middle, wasn't he?
Cheating.
Double for Smith, who runs well. What do you think as an infielder about guessing like that? Do you do it? I mean, I think everybody does a little bit.
I mean, sometimes you have to. You know, your job is to try to get the hitter to do something that they don't want to do.
Right.
So, I mean, they're throwing the ball 12 miles an hour underhand. You know, you can only do so much, but if you can take their line of sight off the ball even for a second, you could create a miss.
Is there a rule about the middle guy? If he's too far in, he can't move while the pitch is going?
Not that I'm aware
You've
of.
never heard of that?
No.
I think they called that, and I want to say the A or B Worlds this year. Maybe it's only when you're inside the bag. You can't move. I'll have to ask an umpire about that. Base for Dombrowski rolls it to the top with 2 outs, and they get on the board here in the sec 5-1. Mike Williams, the batter, playing with JBL this year.
Carucci, I'm down like 10 pounds right now, big guy.
Carucci's tuning in. He made a comment here, but nah, he made the play of the day so far. You did with that diving stop.
Thank you.
Last game. That was the best
the
play
one
of the
up
game. Yeah. I mean, when you dove, you did not know you were getting that ball.
No, sometimes you just dive at it and give yourself a shot. I mean, if you don't give yourself a chance, then you have no chance.
But not only did it stick, but you got the out, which was the other half of it. Didn't know you were going to take abuse when you got up here in the booth. Williams after the foul ball, bouncer to short. Rogers with a long throw, bounces it across to Pearson for the out. That'll do it. Ohio gets 1. They lead 5-1. We'll be back.
Williams, that'll retire this side here in the second.
We're back at the Challenge Cup. DW with Jeff Roxby, infielder this year for MPT Rentals. There's a comment on the board that Mike Williams lives in Texas. He actually moved to Ohio. He's my roofer. He helped put a roof on my house. So he definitely lives in Ohio. Rishal with a base hit, top of the order, base hit. Kyle Pearson, Miguez, and Roten coming. 760 people on Facebook. A couple hundred more on USSSA Live. UTRIP sharing the feed here on Facebook. Try to get the word out about the UTRIP Live website. You can see all the other championships on USSSALive.com. Women's major C and D in the backfields finishing up, as well as the men's B and C. Pearson with a man on, takes the walk.
And Cal takes the free pass, so 2 on, nobody out. For the mid infielder, St. Yes.
Steve asking if I'm coming to the Challenge Cup Senior. I'm not, sorry. Senior Challenge Cup at the end of February. Next week is the International Cup. Line drive, base hit by Miguez. Rishal scores. Pearson the second. Louisiana setting up for a good inning here. Hey, we were saying the ball wasn't flying that great in that last game. It looked like everybody adjusted and started hitting base hits. But this is definitely a better ball than the major.
This is by far a better ball than the major.
True batch of stadiums.
Yeah. Yeah, balls have gone pretty well.
Yep.
all weekend, really.
Fisher knocked down a hot shot by Roten, but it's going to be an infield single. Bases loaded.
Scott Fisher just to knock it down. So that holds Pearson at third. They're loaded up.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone use their 16. I'll have to ask Ohio. They scored 48 on Friday night. So they might have used their 16. I don't know.
I think we used ours once.
Once?
Yeah, I think we used all of ours one time.
So Florida talked to Team Canada West. They said they hit 13 in one game.
It's a good swing.
That's Dex Jordan. Bases loaded double. 2-run score. Louisiana down 1. Trying to force the if game. Any talk among your teammates about how you're going to have to stay in the box for the conference season?
That was a conversation all weekend so far.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting how that goes.
Yeah. I guess the penalty's a strike. And usually you're going to step out after the first strike. So that would be strike 2 then automatically.
Right. And now I think Stroh said if you get 2 balls on you, you can't call time anymore. And like reset and stop yourself.
Mm-hmm. But you can call time in the box or never.
If you have a 2-0, if you call time, apparently it's an automatic strike now.
What if it's
from my understanding?
2-1? Same thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we got to get an umpire on the hit and sit.
Someone to fully explain the new rule.
Yeah. And then yesterday, you know, the batter gets a strike he doesn't like, he steps out. That's going to be a strike in the future. But the pitcher throws a ball he thinks is a strike, and it's a ball, and he does a little rant around the mound. I think that'll be the next thing, is keeping a pitcher on the rubber.
I think you almost have to if you're going to make the batter do it.
Yeah, but there's no rule for it, so maybe that's a future rule that'll probably come up. Comment section on the Facebook's going too fast. I can't keep up. If you see anything good, shout it out. Logan Rogers at the plate. And on second, Louisiana's grabbed a 1-run lead. Bouncer left side. Warlow's got it. Throws across to Raj. They got
him.
Mueller picked off a second. Good heads up by Radich, and Reckard covering the base, and a double play could end up hurting Louisiana here. Here's your replay. The out. Radich didn't even hesitate, and Reckard probably a little closer than we thought, but out at second.
Come to bat here at the bottom of the third. It'll be Johnson.
We're live at the Challenge Cup Major Division Championship game.
Come on, we're quiet. Let's go. Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave.
Laser Dave leading off.
Yep. He's having a good weekend. Could be working on like a MVP. Commenters say we need J-Mags in the booth. He's welcome anytime. He ghosted me at the semifinals yesterday. Said he was going to do it. I think he found some good games in the back and just stayed there, watched his Georgia boys. I don't blame him.
There were a lot of good games back there.
Yeah. Heard the atmosphere was great. A lot of
Very well crowded. You could bounce from field to field right there in the white quad. They had women's major going on, the men's B, all down there.
Yep. We had some entertaining games here. The LeMay for Tennessee, the catcher, big guy. He's hitting triples. He's putting on a show for the crowd. It was an entertaining evening of softball here in the stadium, too. Cheatham makes the catch in right field on Laser Dave for out number 1. No home runs in this game either, so I think you're right. The wind's still coming in. About 7 to 10 miles an hour, according to my phone. John Radich. Is Radich coming back with MPT? I haven't heard his name, I don't think.
I don't think so.
No. Oh, maybe he's with JBL, too. We'll get the rosters all figured out. Now, give me a week to do the Challenge Cup stuff, reports and videos. And then we'll start cleaning up the rosters on the website so people can take a look. Kirsten at the plate. Tried to get him up in the booth. He just kept winning games. He wasn't available. Deep left. There's your first homer.
Right at the scoreboard.
Yeah, middle of the scoreboard, hit the net. Kirsten shows it can be done. Ties it up.
Saying Radich is with JBL.
Okay. If you're a conference team, you're finishing up your roster. Try to send that over to me in the next 2 weeks. We're going to do a hit and sit show. Pick the top 20 or 30 teams. Preseason. Frenzel. Is that Miguez out there? Threw out Frenzel a couple times now. 6-6 on the solo homer by Kirsten. Go to the top of the 4th.
So Team Ohio gets 1 run, courtesy of Kirsten.
All tied up, championship game. Looks like Cheatham, Chason, Ladner, last 3 batters in the Louisiana, Mississippi order. Fouled it away. Borowski has a low release. You ever have? What do you think of his pitching?
He's one of the guys, one of the very few guys that gets a lower strike called because he can release it so low, so close to the ground. But his ball moves. He throws to his defense.
Yeah.
He's a good pitcher.
Reichardt in the middle with the play. Reichardt had one of the plays of the tournament as well, up the middle with the diving stop, and the semifinals yesterday. Probably got enough content to put a nice defensive plays video together in the next couple weeks. We'll have condensed games, video highlights, USSSA Live YouTube page. Chase Sohn, the batter. Now I feel that wind coming in the booth up here now. So
Yeah, it's swirling. You can look at the flags now, and they're flying out to right field again.
It's going to be a low-scoring game, I think, the rest of the way. Bouncer, left side, on the runs Fisher. Throws across for the out.
And the ground ball is short.
2 out.
Fielded nicely by Fisher. He pours it across for the second out. And so now stepping in, it will be the pitcher, number 9.
Team Ohio, I'm from Ohio. I root for them, but they've struggled at Challenge Cups over the years. It's tough to come down here when you're shoveling snow and win, but they've done it this weekend. It's an impressive run. Louisiana coming through the loser bracket. Fisher on the run again. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Ohio tied 6-6.
It remains a 6-6 game. And
back at the Challenge Cup, got a text from Doc Beckwell, one of the top umpires in the country. Says there are parameters that govern when a batter can leave the box. If you hit a foul ball, a pitch makes them move their feet, a passed ball, time is called somewhere else, something unusual happens such as a bug in the eye, etc. If they ask for time otherwise, it won't be granted. If they then step out, strike, pitcher has 5 seconds to deliver pitch no matter how mad or excited he is. So I guess if you step out, I think he's saying it's an automatic strike, or is he saying the pitcher then has 5 seconds to deliver no matter where you're at? And I have to clarify that.
Yeah, so it says if they then step out, it's a strike. So if you leave the box, it's a strike. So you have to keep 1 foot in the box at least.
Yeah, unless it's one of those crazy situations. Bug in the eye, pass ball, the pitch makes them move their feet.
There's going to be a lot of bugs at home plate this year.
Yeah. Oh, bug in the eye. Really, I'm just mad you called a strike. Sun in the eye. How about that one? No, they probably wouldn't stop it for that. Yankee Field at 6 o'clock in Vegas. Sun right there.
It's not fun to play. It's kind of like Red Easton at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Out here.
Warlow flies out to Jordan in center to start the 4th. kind of, his game doesn't have a real feel to it, but I feel like Ohio could take control if they really got on it here.
Right now, just whoever has that big inning could take it.
Yep, they're going to have to do it with base hits.
Playing the game.
Reckart, Kessler, Fisher, your next three. Reckart back with Resmondo, I believe. Super utility guy. Kessler, I can't remember. Is he with JBL guy this year? Not sure. Gotta get those rosters. I know, we gotta get them straightened out. Base hit.
Down.
Reckart. Hustling, and they dropped the cutoff, or they would have had him, I think, in a pickle. Yeah, hit us up on Facebook if you have questions. Try to answer them.
Kessler stepping in.
Right up the middle. Reckart had to wait on it, but he's going to score anyways. Kessler in with the double. Kyle Fisher, the batter. He's with Smash It Sports AA team, I believe, this year. Question asking who's the pitcher for Louisiana. It's Caleb Ladner. He's been doing the majority of the pitching the last 2 days. They also have Dakota Lowry and Buckshot himself available. Fisher to right. Cheatham won't get there. Nice play by Cheatham. He kind of flicked it over to Jordan to throw the ball in. Holds him to a double.
Brings up Steve Smith.
Still just one out for Steven Smith.
Come on, baby! Come on, boy!
Chopper off the glove. Fielded by Frederick. Got him at first. Good play. Tip drill.
Yep. Ladner's fielded the middle fairly well. Some of it was self-defense this week. Got a glove on that, slowed it down maybe. Pearson, a big target over there. Would you rather throw to Pearson or Branch? At first.
Pearson, I got way more room to not
you can mess up a little.
Giant target over there.
You had Irvine last year. He's pretty athletic.
He's a very underrated first baseman.
Yep.
Very underrated.
He's not just there to hit. Like he wants to play defense, it seems like.
He takes it serious.
Browski's 2 for 2.
He also moved over and played some second base for us this year, too.
Yeah. He could play second, probably a little third. Top of the order for Ohio. 2 outs, up 3. Automatic runner for the pitcher over there. I think it's Kessler. Got it by Michael Williams with a nice placement.
Have runners in the corners for Laser Dave.
Come on, David! Come on, David! Out, boy, Mike. Come on, Lane!
When you're on the 300-foot fields, obviously you got your different holes that are fairly easy to hit, right? When you get your pitch, how easy or hard is it on the baseball field when the guys are playing at the edge of the outfield grass, basically, to place one?
It's not as different as people think it is, because the further back they play, the bigger the holes are. And you're using a harder ball.
Yeah.
So your exit velos are generally going to be higher. But that's where, playing defense at this level, your better defenders don't stay in one spot the whole time. They're moving left to right the whole time. So, you might see a hole, but during the pitch, it's not there anymore.
Yeah. Base hit.
Run away. There we go.
Ohio on a nice base hitting rhythm here with 2 outs. Bring up Radich.
Third is Mike Williams. So that'll make it a 10-6 game, and it'll bring up John Radich.
Ten 10-6 Ohio. 2 out goodies here. Radich has 2 on. That one's down the middle and a base hit past the diving Rogers.
Hustling out the box for a double.
Well. Ohio's going to try to make Louisiana chase here the rest of the game.
Josh Homer in his last at bat.
Goose eggs are your worst enemy in the stadium.
Yep. Florida had 2 in a row, 2 or 3 that game, I think. It was rough.
I think we ended up with 3.
Yeah.
But 2 of them were in a row, like you said.
Now, was that Purcell's first year managing the Challenge Cup, or was he always considered a manager in past years?
He's always kind of coached it and played.
Yeah. Kirsten walks.
First time not seeing him put the gear on and go out there and pitch, though.
Yeah. Any truth to the rumors he's managing a conference team, or I should have asked him. I forgot.
Last I talked to him.
Deep drive by Frenzel. Back goes Cheatham to the wall. Gone. A grand slam home run. In Ohio with 2 outs has scored 9 runs to take a 15-6 lead. Here's your replay on a swing by Frenzel.
Looks like they're going to make a pitch and change, bringing Buckshot in.
Yep, here comes Buckshot with his gear. Yeah, any
to answer the question about Purcell,
should just text
when I talked to him a couple weeks ago, he said he's going to take a position with U-Trip, and be at some tournaments, help running them, and kind of be along and work with Stroh at the conference level on U-Trip.
Right. Yeah, I had heard that a while back, like kind of the office conference contact person of some sort.
Yeah, he said that he was actually going to be going to a couple of events too, so
okay.
You see him around the ballpark.
Pitching change. I think that's the veteran Donald Pleasance with the ball in his hand.
Buckshot, I was announcing the last game. I thought there was an opportunity for Buckshot to come in. You guys had bases loaded, 2 outs, Matusik at the plate. You were facing a 3rd 0 in a row, and I was like, this would be a great spot for Buckshot. But he didn't put himself in, and you guys end up scoring 8 runs with 2 outs. Warlow to center. Jordan's there. That'll do it. Ohio, though, gets 9 runs, 4 of them on a grand slam by Brock Frenzel. They lead 15-6. We go to the 5th inning.
Head to the 5th.
We're back live at the Challenge Cup. You can see people trying to find some shade actually for the first time this weekend. It's a beautiful day for softball. Baseball field, all turf here at the Vieira Space Coast Stadium. 325 down the lines, 365 to the gaps, 385 to center. DW from Conference USSSA.com alongside Jeff Roxby, infielder for MPT Reynolds, swinging. DeMarini on the call. First pitch, I think. Rochelle pops out. Louisiana struggling here.
Brings up Kyle Pearson. It's the one out, nobody on.
Right at him, Mister. Right at him. Baby, make me a play.
So one away and now into the box. The first baseman, Kyle Pearson.
Pearson deep center field, almost to the batter's eye, and Kirsten tracks it down in that little patch of shadow out there about 380 feet away. How tough is it with the wind blowing in to hit at 380 and making out? Like, anywhere else in the park, it's a home run by a long shot.
Yeah.
Oof.
Anywhere. It's almost blowing dead end from center field right now.
Yep, flags a little different than they've been the last 2 days. Yes, line drive, but it's at the left fielder. Frenzel makes the catch. 2 outs, or 3
That's a
outs.
third
3
out.
up,
That's
3
gonna
up,
do it.
3 down. Quick inning for Ohio. They can force a run roll here. They could actually win the game with 6 runs. We'll be back.
Hey, we ain't gotta go back out, fellas.
Come on, just keep it. Keep it. Let's go.
One at a time. One at a time, fellas.
All right, we're back. Ohio needs 6 to win the Challenge Cup.
Go, finish it, boy.
Kind of a fairly low-scoring game, but with 2 outs in the 4th, Ohio turned it on with the base hitting. Then Brock Frenzel dropped the hammer on a grand slam.
Go, Rack. Come on. Come on.
Brad Reckart, who I think started that big inning, gets a base hit here. Start the 5th.
Get things started here in the 5th.
Kessler, Fisher, Steve Smith, your next 3 batters. Buckshot on the mound, came in relief of Ladner.
Putting the shift on here.
Big shift. Kessler tried to beat it, fouled it off. Talking to Bubba Mack after your game there, he said that most turfs are harder on the body than dirt and grass fields.
Oh,
What do you
absolutely.
think? Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a little bit more springy and it's a little bit more hard, so it puts a lot of wear and tear on your joints, your knees, your back, your ankles.
What's your preference? Turf or dirt?
If the infield's taken care of, I prefer dirt.
Yeah.
I feel like with turf, it takes away from having true infielders because you don't really get bad hops and you don't have to play as well. So from an infielder standpoint, I'd rather play dirt because I feel like it separates your better infielders from.
Yeah. Kessler popped out, beat Kyle Fisher at the plate. 1 on, 1 out.
One hopper to the middle.
Frederick stepped on second through to first. Louisiana got what they needed. A 0. They're still in the game, down 15-6.
Come on, work around here. Keep it here. Let's go. Come on, team.
Yeah, we're back. DW alongside Jeff Roxby, just talking about the new rule where you have to stay in the box the entire bat. And Doc Beckwell was nice enough to text me the rule in writing, so we'll get that posted for discussion on Old Scout and talk about it maybe on the Hit and Sit show. It's a long description of the rule, but it's what everyone needs to start thinking about. We got about 2 months. And this thing's going to be implemented. Both umpires are going to have to know what the rule is and the players, so there's no confusion out in Vegas when we get there. Cody Roten going to lead off.
A couple years ago when they did the back foot even with the front of home plate,
yeah,
there was a lot of people called out in Vegas.
Right. Yeah, it was a little confusing. And then the boxes weren't painted the right, so I think that's when they kind of went to the back foot even rule, so they didn't have to worry about that line in the front.
Right, because they're set up for baseball, and the baseball box is different than a softball box.
Yeah. Jordan, high fly ball to center. Kirsten's camped under, makes the catch. Louisiana, no homers in the game. Almost, they didn't go 0 against you guys too in the loser fund.
Yeah, I don't think
they had 0 at least until the 7th. I can't remember if they hit one.
Yeah, I don't think they hit one against us.
Mueller, backhanded by Fisher, makes a nice play, throws it to Reckart for the force.
2 outs. Frederick.
Yep. Randy Frederick played middle for Bay Area Legends last year at the end of the season. You can hear the wind in the camera mics. Frederick walks, takes a lot of walks.
Logan Rogers stepping in. 2 outs, first and second.
Gonna be a fun year with that major division. Competitive edge, kind of the new major team on the block. Kind of did it with players that haven't played a lot of major. Sprinkled in some nice play by Werlo over to Reckart with a nice scoop. We'll get back to it here in the bottom of the 6th. Louisiana's now put up 4 zeros in the game, 3 in a row. And Ohio has a chance to win it in the 6th. Back at the Challenge Cup 2023, wrapping it up. Ohio needs 6 to win by the 15-run rule here in the bottom of the 6th. Louisiana still kind of just taking their time getting out in a position. I think they're out of gas. It would be surprising for them as visitors to come back at this point.
Yeah, they look exhausted.
As a Florida player, you're looking at it saying, man, what could have been?
Just didn't hit.
No.
Just didn't hit.
Steve Smith going to lead things off. Ken Hawk in the house. He was managing the Arkansas women's major team, I think, or B team. Smith walks. Dabrowski's perfect hitting in the game stands in.
Now stepping into the box, the pitcher, John Dabrowski.
Dabrowski came up with Tailgaters, played with MPT Reynolds probably the last 3 years.
It's been with him for a while.
Yeah, he'll go to JBL.
Wasn't JBL one of the sponsors of Tailgaters?
Yeah, yeah. So I guess he's kind of going back. Base hit. I think he's 3 for 3 in the game. Comment on from Mike Cruy. Of course, Mike's from Ohio. Saying it's nice to see someone besides Florida and Texas in the final. It's kind of nice. Florida draws the viewers, though, right? Got all those big names. It's tough to crack the lineup, right?
It is.
You got the Joel Sanchez's out there, the Campers.
Yeah.
Stephen Lloyd lives in Florida. You know. Probably put together a whole nother team that would do really well.
You really could. There's nobody over there.
Wow, that's well placed.
Huge hole.
Well placed, straight into the wind, too. Mike Williams. He's going. He's got it.
Easy.
Inside the park home run, 3-run inside the park homer by Mike Williams. Ohio needs 3 to end the game. There's your replay. the perfect spot to watch a game. Got the breeze, and you're out of the sun.
Stopped by the third baseman, but no play on it.
Mueller over there. 3 runs will end it. Kind of a little bit of a lackluster championship game, but Ohio's taking care of business.
They've been hitting it all weekend.
Players from Cincinnati, Columbus, 1 or 2 from Cleveland. Radich first pitch swinging. Mueller got a glove on it, finds the handle, but not in time.
Hot smash to third. Mueller unable to come up with a clean.
Kirsten stepping in.
Well, Kirsten is the game-winning run.
Into the box, Josh Kirsten.
Kirsten, MPT center fielder. What do you think your infield will look like, or do you don't want to speculate? MPT. You got a lot of infielders, right? Or no?
I believe it's going to be me, Bama, and Orlando somewhere in the middle, and Big John and Flip on the corners. But we have so many good ball players that can play anywhere. It could really end up being anything. We've even got JoJo.
Yeah.
You got Dale Brungart that can come in, play in field. Big John can move over and play short, as he showed that at the major last year.
As good as Bennett is at short, I think he could be a defensive MVP in the outfield.
I mean, he's incredible anywhere you put him, really.
Kirsten, will he try to end it? No, base. Oh, it's floating.
Ooh, he tried to, though.
Floated to Rashal and left. 1 out. Frenzel had a grand slam. One of only a couple lefties on the Ohio team, but he had the home run, one of the 2 homers earlier. Buckshot pitches left-handed. Might be kind of pitching around him or hammering him on the inside. I don't know. Yeah, he walked him on 3 pitches. Frenzel with his signature run down to first. On the walk.
Bases loaded for Warlow.
Yep.
We had him down as a statistician. Accurate. Whatever, statistician. Do the book.
Louisiana in trouble. 1 out. Bases loaded. Ike Werlo at the plate. Pitch from Buckshot. Swung on. Foul.
Hey, low and hard.
That was a good foul.
You got a game-winning call on you?
I don't.
No? Melody, I can do it. You can say no. Werlo at the plate. What is that?
That's
trick pitch, I guess. Ike Werlo played with the MPT A team. I think he's also with JBL this year, AA. Buckshot's pitch. Bases loaded. Swung on. Backside base hits. Going to score all 3 of them, and that's your game. Ohio run rules. Louisiana, Mississippi, 21-6. Out-homered them 2-0. And Ohio we have a new Challenge Cup champ. There's your replay. Werlo. Nice piece of hitting.
He was due. He was due.
Yeah. He had fouled one off down the right side, came right back down the line after the outfielders had kind of come off the lines, and then there was no recovery. Runners all score. Ohio wins. Check out conference, USSSA.com for the report this week, videos, condensed games, highlight videos. I want to thank Jeff Roxby for joining me in the booth. Maybe you can come back for the major next year.
Yeah.
Trying to build a team of color analysts.
Yeah, it's been fun. Good run by Louisiana. They put themselves through a lot last night and into this morning, so it was a good run by them. So congrats to them, and congrats to Ohio on winning it.
Yeah, to get off the field at 2 o'clock in the morning to come back and beat a rested Florida team. You got to say you were rested because you guys were done at about 7:30, 8 o'clock probably. And then, but then Ohio was just, I guess, too much. Like Ohio just kind of played their game and rolled through the bracket this year.
Yeah, hats off to them.
Down there getting the team pictures. But I want to thank Jeff for coming in. I want to thank the camera crew for the great work. And Bernie for setting up USSSA Live. Stro for coming up with the Challenge Cup and growing it to what it is, 450 teams over 4 weekends, I believe. So thanks for joining us on Facebook and USSSA Live. That's all from Florida. We'll see you next week, the International Challenge Cup, as well as the Black American, and then at the end of the month of February, the sold-out Senior Ball Challenge Cup. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. You want to take water with
you. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a couple of minutes, we will be bringing you the awards ceremony for this year's 2023 Challenge Cup. So hang around for that in just a couple of minutes. Team's getting some pictures, going over some last-minute instructions. We would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone that it takes to put on this great Challenge Cup event. A thank you to all the teams, the coaches, the sponsors, to Stro Kennison and his crew who direct this great tournament. A thank you to the umpires and the staff here at Space Coast Stadium. It's the 5th year of the Challenge Cup. It just gets bigger and better every year. Glad you're all here to share it with us on a nice warm January day here in Florida. So stick with us, and in just a couple of minutes, we'll bring you those final awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we now draw your attention to the home plate area. First, we would like to recognize and award this year's runner-up in the Challenge Cup, the outstanding squad from Louisiana, Mississippi. And let me introduce you to the 5 members from Team Miss Louisiana, Mississippi, who have been selected to the all-tournament team for this year's Challenge Cup. They are Jamie Richell, Kyle Pearson, Zane Diaz, Edmund Cheatham, and the man on the mound, Caleb Ladner. And your 2023 Challenge Cup champions, Team Ohio. And let me introduce you to the 6 members of Team Ohio who have been selected to the Challenge Cup All-Tournament team. They are Mike Williams, Dave Johnson, Josh Kirsten, Brock Frenzel, Isaiah Warlow, and their pitcher, John Dombrowski. Congratulations to all of the all-tournament team members, and congratulations to both teams on an outstanding Challenge Cup. We look forward to seeing everybody back for next year's Challenge Cup. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.